Critter Gitters is brought to you in part by Nabisco, Kellogg's, and Warner Lambert.
In the fields where lions prowl, crickets chirp, coyotes howl. We sleep at night safe from harm's way. Critter Gitters save the day. Friends we all know, on the run and incognito, a blood for keepers of the peace. Critter Gitters can't be beat. From buffaloes to butterflies, from dolphins to eagles in the sky. Oh, the world is one big family. Critter Gitters, friends to you and me. From buffaloes to butterflies, from dolphins to eagles in the sky. The world is one big family. Critter Gitters, friends to you and me. Friends to you
Is this the spot you were looking for?
Yep, this is it. Don't forget to check your air, Nick, because you've only got about 2,500 pounds.
Good luck, guys. And Nick, be careful.
I've been on a lot of Critter Gitter missions, but this is one that I'll never forget. Hannah's a marine biologist, so I talked her into letting me go out with her on a research dive. But while Hannah was doing her research, I was looking for treasure. I just couldn't tell her that.
The kelp beds off the Channel Islands are an exciting and fascinating ecosystem, and this kelp bed area, just off the islands, are one of my favorite places to dive. I didn't think it would be any problem taking Nick along, even though he seemed a little distracted. He was a good diver. I knew he would stick close to me and enjoy discovering the amazing sea life 60 feet below the surface.
I'd been on many scuba diving adventures with the Critter Gitters, and it was fun just cruising along with Hannah. The only problem was that she didn't believe that there was treasure out there. But I did. I just had to get Hannah to follow me for a while, and I'd take her straight to the treasure.
Critter Gitters, Nick. Critter Gitters, Nick. Come in, Nick.
Jimmy, this is Roy. Now, Nick's not here right now. Well, he's here, but I can't get him.
Where are you guys?
We're out looking for buried treasure.
Yeah, real funny, Roy. Now come on, where are you?
I'm on Hannah's boat, and we're about half a mile out from Santa Cruz Island.
Well, where's Nick?
I'm not a fish, Jimmy. Nick's diving with Hannah, looking for fame, fortune, and pirate booty. As a matter of fact, they should be back up here by now.
Hannah and I dove deeper and deeper into the ocean. My depth gauge was reading 90 feet, but our visibility was only 20 feet. That's when we saw the two divers coming towards us, and I knew they were looking for the same thing I was: treasure.
I knew Nick was excited to see other divers in the area, but I couldn't understand why he wanted to continue. Our air supply was getting low, so I knew we would have to surface soon. I followed Nick very closely so that I could monitor our air supply, because Nick seemed preoccupied, as though he was looking for something.
Hannah was following me. I knew that our air supply was getting low. And as we got closer and closer to the treasure, the currents became more and more turbulent. I went into the rocky nook closer to the bottom, hoping to ride out the storm. That's when it happened. Some rocks tumbled off the ledge, hitting my leg. It was as if a ghost had pushed them off. My leg did not seem to be injured, but for the life of me, I could not get it free. My air supply was almost gone, and I was trapped below 60 feet of water. Things were not looking good. For some reason, the currents were becoming stronger and stronger, making it difficult for me to break free. I knew that I was in serious trouble. My leg just wouldn't budge. And in all this commotion, Hannah and I had become separated. I was starting to panic. The situation was becoming more desperate. And then, like a guardian angel, there she was.
When I arrived at the scene, Nick was stuck pretty badly. He was already becoming desperate for air. The most important thing to do in any emergency is to remain calm. Nick's tank was almost completely empty, so we began buddy breathing. But this would not work for very long. My tank was also low, and we were going to need another one. I really didn't want to leave Nick alone down there, but I knew that we would never get him free from those rocks ourselves. Our only hope was for me to go up for help, and for some more air. I worked quickly to remove my tank. Then I took one more good long breath of air before beginning my free ascent to the surface.
Hey, you guys, we got big problems down there. Nick's in trouble.
What's wrong?
Nick's trapped.
He's what?
I said he's trapped, and he's running out of air. Adam, I'm definitely gonna need your help down here.
Okay, I'm on my way down. I gotta go under, guys. Hey, Roy, get that tank ready for me.
Here we go, Adam. Hannah, here's a fresh tank. You're gonna need it.
I didn't expect to go diving today with Hannah, but Nick didn't expect to be trapped underwater either. Hannah is an expert diver and led me to where Nick was trapped. By the time we got there, he seemed pretty calm, considering the fact he was almost out of air, but I knew there wasn't much time. One of his tanks was completely dry, and by the time we got there, he only had a minute or two left. I could buddy breathe with Nick from my tank. Hannah motioned to me that she was going back up to get another fresh tank of air for Nick.
We need another tank fast.
We're out. We don't have any more tanks.
I'm going back down.
I left my tank with Nick and was free ascending to the surface as Hannah passed by going the other way.
We just can't budge that rock, guys. It's too heavy. Nick's running out of air. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what we can do.
Hey, Roy, drop that line. I'll send it down to the guys, have them fix it to the rock, and we can winch it up.
Good idea.
I could see Hannah diving towards me. She was pulling the winch line down from the boat. I'm not sure what they were planning, but whatever it was, they needed to do something quick. I was getting down to my last few minutes of air.
All right, he's fixing the rope on.
Hannah had the rope wrapped around the rocks, and she gave me a few more breaths of her air. Simon and Roy were pulling the boulders loose using the winch on the boat.
He's free. He's coming up.
you okay? He's okay.
Are you okay, Nick? Nick?
Are you okay?
Yeah. Nick? Nick?
I'm telling you, man, how'd you two like to be under 60 feet of water with only 2 minutes of airway? 2 minutes till curtains.
Nick, it was more like 20 feet. And you had more than 10 minutes of airway.
How'd you know? You weren't even there, Roy.
Plus, we had the Coast Guard standing by for crying out loud.
Well, excuse me. I mean, I don't care if it's 10 feet or 60 feet of water. If you're trapped, you're still trapped. I was almost done for.
Well, that's what you get when you mess with sacred treasure.
What do you mean, sacred treasure?
Blackbeard's ghost. You didn't think he was gonna let you take his treasure, did you?
Blackbeard's ghost? That's just a myth.
Oh, no. It's no myth.
We're not talking about Captain Hook or Long John Silver. Blackbeard is real, and he had a nasty reputation.
Yeah. I even heard that he chopped off another pirate's ears and made him eat them. It's true. Every word of it.
Yep, every single word. First the right, and then the left.
And he chops off fingers, too.
What for?
The jewelry. What else? Got a ring? Now you don't.
Arr! Give me that ring, or else I'll take your finger with it.
Pretty interesting, Roy. So, why did they call him Blackbeard?
'Cause he had a red beard. Come on, what do you think?
His beard was black as night.
And he even tied black ribbons to him and lit him on fire, just to scare his enemies.
You know, Blackbeard wasn't just any ordinary cold-blooded pirate. Before he was through, he pillaged more than 40 ships and had over 300 men sailing in his pirate fleet. Yeah, that's right. He roamed the Caribbean at will, stealing and plundering from every ship that crossed his path. His last battle was a week-long blockade right off this coast. And his flagship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, they sunk it right beneath those dark, shark-infested waters. Under the command of Robert Maynard, the Royal Navy took control of Blackbeard's ship. Maynard and his crew forced Blackbeard to abandon ship after a long and intense battle. The sword was fierce. The battle was bloody.
Yeah, it was too late for Blackbeard to salvage any of the treasure before the Queen Anne went under.
They say his ghost came back to protect the ship and to guard its treasures against scavengers.
And my map shows exactly where his ship sank.
That's why you guys are taking us right there tomorrow morning. We're gonna find Blackbeard's treasure.
Are you crazy, Nick? After what happened? Look, I agreed to go with you out of curiosity, but if something happened to you out there, I would never forgive myself.
And I agreed to go when there wasn't a ghost pirate involved.
We're not afraid of some ghost pirate, are we, guys? Yeah. Come on.
Hey, Jimmy, you and Nick need to get to the harbor right away. Word's getting out.
What?
I just saw 2 other dive boats leave with salvage equipment on board. I think they're looking for our treasure again.
Nick's not here. I don't know where he's at.
Where's he every Saturday morning?
I know. I know just how to get him up.
there's nothing like a good morning kiss from Mr. Bojangles. Nick, wake up. Bojangles needs breakfast.
Does this iguana look like he could skip a meal? I think so.
You've got a point. Simon and Hannah called. They're down at the harbor. They said that some dive boats have already left.
So? I'm sleeping here.
They also said that they have salvage equipment.
They're going after my treasure? Ha, not real life.
Then we're all set except for Nick. I hope he hurries up. Oh, that's him now.
Do we have plenty of air this time?
Yeah, 3 extra tanks.
My map's going to pinpoint exactly where that treasure is.
Well, let's get out there then. Let's go.
I thought I would give Nick a chance to do some exploring on his own, and I followed him around for a while. He was convinced that Simon had an authentic treasure map that would lead us to a treasure chest, and that the currents around the treasure were caused from Blackbeard's ghost.
No matter how much I tried to convince Hannah, she would never really believe that I was on the trail of Blackbeard's treasure. I knew to stay away from the rocks, but that's where all the beautiful fish were swimming. Anyway, I was looking for treasure, while Hannah was still interested in the marine life, which included the lobsters hanging around in the rocks. This time, I took out the treasure map to show Hannah our exact position. A few hundred yards ahead is where Simon's map indicated the exact location of Blackbeard's treasure. As we swam through the kelp beds, I was very careful in looking for anything that might resemble a treasure chest.
Once again, I found myself swimming with Nick on his fantasy treasure hunt. Then it happened. I noticed copper artifacts on the ocean floor. We had found something. Could this be the treasure Nick was so determined to discover?
Hannah and I were amazed. We knew we found what we were looking for. We gave the guys topside the signal to drop the winch line.
There it is, boys! They must have found something!
See, they're in the exact same spot I told them to go to. And they've got something.
That's the sound for us to let down the line.
Let's let it drop.
Finally, our hard work paid off.
We did it! We're all right! Bring it up!
Good, Mariah, come on. There's got to be a lot of treasure in there.
Gitters aren't around anywhere. Nope. Coast is clear. Yeah. I'll bet this is worth something. Oh boy! A treasure chest. Yeah. I'll just take this. What's that? Another camera? I'll take that too.
Hey! Check out CritterGitters.com and find out where Sonny Belcher's going next.